All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. It is Nagy on Sports. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy joining you here today. It is Super Bowl 55, Tampa Bay, Florida, home of the Buccaneers, who are not playing in this game today in our Perfect World 2020 redo sim. In fact, quite the opposite. Some teams that didn't even make the playoffs here, at least in the Cardinals case. But that's okay. That's why we recreated it with full rosters, and this is what played out. Some different paths to get here, certainly, although both of the teams are 7 seeds, so literally the last teams into the playoffs on either side, but they got rolling at the right time. Both led by pretty dominant defensive performances along the way. So we'll get into that a little bit more as we go along. But we got Ravens, we got Cardinals, we got Super Bowl 55. Let's bring in the coolest cat in town, Kit Nagy on the color commentary. Kit, how are we doing today?
Hey, thanks, Phil. I appreciate that. Yeah, doing well. It's Super Bowl time. Always got to love a Super Bowl. No matter who's playing in it, this should be an electric game. It's been the story of the defenses getting us to this point. We'll see if that holds in this one, although there are some pretty potent offenses on either side too, so we'll see what they can do.
Absolutely, and again, I know certainly there is some level of degenerate somewhere. I had a dream that people were casting bets on our sims, which would be pretty wild. So if I was going to bet on this particular sim, I think my money is going to go to the Cardinals, especially after the way that they shut down that 49ers running attack. Especially as you know that Baltimore is going to want to run the football. So I would say if I had to put some money on this one, I would go Cardinals here. What do you think, Kip?
Yeah, no, I think I'm with you on that. As dynamic as that man right there is, if they can stop the run game and keep him in check in the run game in particular, then look out. This offense really thrives on that run game, just like San Francisco's does. So if they can use much of the same recipe, I think the Cardinals are in really good shape for this one.
Agreed. And Kyler Murray has more weapons at his disposal, I think, than Lamar Jackson.
That is true.
Right,
as we saw in our free agency, not many people, receivers-wise, want to go to Baltimore because they know they're not going to get the ball.
That's very true. Now spinning to the left side, rolling down the line of scrimmage, and he takes off. Lamar, he's got the first down and more, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. 14-yard scamper. And a first down, Ravens. Go Browns indeed. We got the Patterson Bros on. Welcome, Jason. Welcome, Zaire. Appreciate you guys being on here today.
Yeah, welcome to you both. But that right there, that's what is different between the 49ers. Jimmy G is not going to do that for the 49ers. Lamar Jackson's just a shifty athlete. He can get out in space, and he's just dangerous. That may be the reason why they could win this game, too.
Right side option keeper. Lamar errantly decides to juke back to the middle instead of just running straight to the green grass. We've seen that before as well.
Yeah. I mean, there was so much space in front of him. He had that first down easily right there, but instead cuts back to the pursuit, which makes no sense.
Jackson turn around, first carry of the day for Dobbins. He's got a big hole up the middle and a first down before Buda Baker drags him down, but he gets 11 and a first down for the Ravens.
Yeah, very nicely blocked up front there from Baltimore. They had a nice push off the line. Created a nice little void for Dobbins to exploit up in the middle, and he was very quickly to that second level.
Trips to the right side, Lamar. He's going to think about it. He's going to give it to a dragging Mark Andrews across the middle. Nice run after the catch for Andrews, and he's going to get 8 nice yards there. 2nd and 2 coming up.
Yep, there's his number one most favorite target in Andrews. He loves hitting his big tight end, and for good reason. He's a secure catcher of the football. And you know, when you're not as accurate as a quarterback like Lamar, having a big body to put it on helps.
Absolutely. Read option keeper is going to get blown up in the backfield by Deontay Campbell that time. Good defensive read by the Cardinals. Now a 3rd and 6 upcoming. Right side throwing on the run. Lamar deep right side, and he goes over the top. Overthrows everybody, including Des Bryant. They're going to go for it here on 4th and 6.
Yeah, a bit of a risky call here. Early rolling the dice for the Ravens. Interesting.
Deep left side, caught! Oh, he dropped it, Hollywood Brown. Oh.
Yeah, Hollywood Brown definitely had a case of the dropsies in the real season, so that actually did happen to the Ravens here this year. Bad place for it here on a 4th and 6 to turn over the ball on downs. You don't want that, but Lamar did the best he could, dropped it in the basket, and Hollywood just doesn't come up with the ball. That's a very unfortunate drop because he had a step.
Yeah, very gutsy call indeed. Welcome, Fly Eagles Fly. We appreciate you being on. We're a Browns mostly focused YouTube simming channel, but we redid the entire 2020 season without any opt-outs or injuries, and it has led us to this point where the Baltimore Ravens are playing the Arizona Cardinals in the Super Bowl. So we appreciate you being on. And we did some Eagles games earlier if you want to go back and check out them in the channel. We'll definitely be doing some more next year as well. Little angle route, Chase Edmonds out of the backfield. He's got the first down to the 45. But you found the only YouTube channel with Madden Sims with totally original live play-by-play and color commentary. So if that's what you're into, welcome. Pitching to the left side again, Kenyon Drake. He's going to get near another first down as he got the edge, which we know is so tough to get here in Madden.
Yeah, tough to get indeed, and very nice tackle in space there.
Left side, trying to break the tackles, and this time he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Great pursuit by Marcus Peters, the corner over there on that side. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 now as the clock ticks down to 10 minutes again. Welcome to Super Bowl 55 here at Nagy on Sports, concluding our Perfect World 2020 redo sim. Chase Edmonds across the middle. He's got 11 and a first down for the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's where Kyler Murray, just a little bit of that shiftiness in the pocket, of able to create some space for himself so he can find his target opening up in the middle of the zone there. And nice production there to find a way to get the ball downfield.
Up middle again. This one's Chase Edmonds again. He's got a nice little gain of 4 his first carry, although he's touched the ball 3 or 4 times, and he's a real weapon for them. And again, I think a lot of the reason that they're willing to move on from Kenyon Drake is the success that Chase Edmonds had in this offense.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it. I don't understand the Raider side of why they're going to pick him up, but I do understand why the Cardinals moved on, even though Kenyon Drake is a great player.
Yep. Over the middle, he's got Max Williams, this big tight end, 6'4", 250. Over the middle for 7. He's had a really good playoff run, has Max Williams. He's one of the favorite targets for Murray. Out of the backfield, Kenyon Drake right at the line to gain. It's going to depend on the spot, and it's short, 3rd and inches.
That is an interesting spot here. Opportunity to get a first down still, but obviously touchdown's right there too.
Up the middle, Drake, and he walks right in, untouched until he's about 5 yards in. First points of the Super Bowl go the Cardinals' way. Kenyon Drake, 3-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, Zaire, I have to agree with you. I do think the Cardinals are going to be very good. I think their biggest weakness is actually coaching, and potentially Kyler Murray, depending on what you think of him. He at moments can be electric and great, and other times he seems a little undersized and struggles to get the ball out of there. But the other thing I really worry about him is just his frame and the hits he's going to take as a scrambling quarterback. You have to worry about his durability. But no, I do think they do have some excellent playmakers. They've got a good defense. Obviously, picking up J.J. Watt's going to be big for them. It'll be interesting. I think they potentially have enough juice to get to the playoffs. I don't think they're getting much past the first round, though. I don't think they're quite that good yet.
Sure, yes. And what you mentioned there, the biggest factor probably is that Kyler Murray cannot turn the injury slider all the way off like we did.
That's right.
He was able to get through the season completely healthy with no repercussions for running the football and taking big shots, which, again, obviously add up in real life. So, but if he stays healthy, yeah, absolutely. They are a top 5 team in the NFC, I think, for sure.
Yeah, like I said, I think the biggest question mark for them is honestly just coaching. Clinsbury's a very interesting coach with some bizarre ideas about what needs to be done in football. So he did make some interesting choices at times, and that could be a hindrance for them. But we'll see what happens.
Very true. All right, back to the game there. Dobbins continuing this drive here. Baltimore down already to the 38, but pretty effective here with this heavy pistol look again. I've nicknamed it the revolver. Oh, he's going to get sacked, though. Hassan Reddick. Lamar just never felt him. He got around left tackle Ronnie Stanley very quickly, and a 3rd and 13 coming up.
A little 4-shot revolver. Nice pursuit on the outside, or a nice rush on the outside there from Reddick. Really got around the corner nicely.
Pistol look Lamar, 3rd and 13. He's going down again. Isaiah Simmons blitzing up the middle. 4th down, Ravens.
Yeah, this rush continues to get back there to Lamar as they really don't have an answer on that one. Isaiah Simmons just had a lane and exploits it. They only get a glancing block on him before he's right there to Lamar, and that's not going to get it done with Isaiah Simmons coming. He's a dynamic weapon.
Is he the closest comp for JOK, you think, for Cormo or Owusu-Cormo?
Yeah, probably. I would say that's probably your closest. Yeah,
of recent memory. Yeah, recent memory at least. Up the middle, Edmonds again waggling his way for 11 and another Cardinal 1st down. So Arizona definitely fired up to be here. Definitely the more alert and excited game plan thus far. Again, just 8 minutes into the game. Goes to Edmonds again, left side. Murray starting the game now is 7 for 7. Still just 54 yards, but he's been efficient, obviously. Kenyon Drake, he's going to be bottled up. Man, Calais Campbell just did that all season for these Ravens, just living in the opponent's backfield. Not necessarily the sack numbers, but just tons of TFLs for Calais Campbell this year.
Yeah, absolutely. He's just such a big body. He's hard to move off his spot. He's going to own that gap that he's assigned. And when he gets in that gap and he's there to make a tackle, there's not much you can do about it because he takes up that whole gap.
Murray now on a 3rd and 2. They go up the middle to Edmonds. Oh, he goes into traffic, and then he's going to also lose some yards. Made the bad cut there, a bad read by Edmonds, and Calais Campbell makes him pay for it.
Yeah, you very rarely, if ever, want to cut backwards. Negative yardage is not a good thing. So sometimes that'll work, but very rarely in football will that work to your advantage. In that case, it's going to lead to a TFL and force a punt. Cutting backwards is not usually a good plan, especially in that spot, he actually had a bit of a softness in the line that he could have exploited and potentially gotten that 1st down if he doesn't cut, if he just plowed forward and kept his feet driving, but instead cuts and ends up losing yards instead of having a chance at the 1st down.
All right, Lamar in a pistol now, so a good hold for the defense. Ravens football again down 7-0. Dobbins up the middle, and he's going to be smacked down immediately by the interior of that defensive line and linebacking for Chandler Jones wrapping around as well to help out in the middle. Dobbins again just shut down right at the line. Again, this is exactly how it looked with the 49ers, who are a run-first, commit-to-the-run team. And the Cardinals just stacked the box and dared Jimmy G to beat him. And it looks like they've kind of employed the same tactic here. Now a pressure coming, but it's a screen left side. Dobbins has got some room. 1st down, Dobbins. Patrick drags him down at the 31.
Yeah, and that's how you can kind of help loosen up a little bit of that box coverage that you're seeing, little screen passes, because they're bringing a lot of pressure. They're coming in on some blitzes that catch them in a linebacker blitz here, and a little bit of a screen pass exploits that easy 1st down there for the Ravens. Nice play call.
Again, just trying to find some room on that zone scheme and just going nowhere. Chandler Jones again with the tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Strong pistol look. Lamar, a little quick drag across the middle. I'm not sure how that's not intercepted, but somehow it ends up in Mark Andrews' hands. He's going to get 6 yards before getting tackled.
Yeah, fortunate there. There were a lot of defenders in that area, but Andrews, a big body, and able to come away with that one. Not sure hands. That is the danger in little drag routes in a congested box like that. You've got 8 men in that box that he was trying to drag behind. One of them easily could get their hand up and intercept that one. That's a bit of a dangerous play call with stacked box.
3rd and 3 now, Lamar. Pressure coming again. Whoa, this time they read the screen, and Thompson flies in from his safety spot. And a 4th and 7 is going to be the result. Went to that screen well just a little too often. Sorry, Dino, if you're watching later.
Yeah, that one is just a man coverage coming out of the backfield. He's got that. J.K. Dobbins is his responsibility. Reads the screen, and he's shooting. As soon as he sees the ball coming out, he's shooting up to make that tackle. Very nicely done.
You can see the center, Matt Skura, was out there. Clearly that was his responsibility, but the safety got around him before he could engage the block.
Yep.
All right, so the second quarter starting up here again, 7-0, Cardinals lead. Super Bowl 55, beautiful night in Tampa Bay, Florida. Again, is our Perfect World 2020 redo sim coming to an end. It's been a fun ride, and certainly excited about a lot of the things moving forward, not only with our Browns, but with the future of the channel as well. So we'll get to that over the course of the game a little bit more. But appreciate you being on here. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, for Nagy on Sports here, finishing up our Perfect World 2020 redo, Super Bowl 55. Murray now on a 2nd and 14, rolling, then firing back up the middle. First touch of the day for Hopkins, all the way into the second quarter. Got to get him the football more often.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's kind of odd that already into the second quarter, it's his first touch. You'd expect him to be much more involved in this game plan.
Right side, taking off, 25-30, 35-40, 45-50, all the way down, breaking a tackle, 45-40. What a run for Kyler Murray, 43 yards and a first down to the 37.
Yeah, well, you certainly don't expect a guy that's stature of 5'9" to be shedding tacklers like that. That's impressive that he was able to shed that tackle. A bit of poor technique on the tackle there from these Ravens, but he is dangerous in space. Don't take it away from Kyler. He is a shifty guy. He's got some speed and shows it there. Just you worry about him taking shots like that. That could be a very quick end to his career if he takes it with a frame like that.
When it runs, so again, we talked about the matchup between Kyler and Lamar with their legs. So far, advantage Kyler. Now he throws a strike to the left side. What a catch by Hopkins! Oh, they're going to say he's out of bounds, though.
Ugh, I thought he had that.
I thought he did too. He had the ball. It looks like his butt landed before his feet did out of bounds. And a nice play in the middle. Pernell McPhee is going to shut down the run. And so from a almost conversion to now 4th and 3 here from the 30, do you take the 3 here or do you go for it?
I think you take the 3 here in this spot. You're up 7, and you're kind of in that middle between where, yes, if you want to be aggressive, you can go for this here. But if you take your 3 and go it up 10-0, you're kind of in a good spot with the way your defense is playing. So far, the Baltimore Ravens haven't been able to do what they want to do in this game, so your game plan is clearly working at this point. Taking the points seems like the good choice there because you're just adding to that lead with a little bit more assurity than maybe pass or maybe not getting the conversion. There's the risk that you don't get it there, and then you're actually giving them slightly better than normal field position, giving them the ball at like the 30-35s, right? So probably better to go for it.
Well said. Lamar now firing right side. He's got an open Snead across the 35 to the 40-yard line. Really Snead on the catch. Again, it looked like Lamar was maybe going to take off. Then he pulls back and throws a nice pass to Snead on the right side. Dobbins up the middle, another big hole, breaking the tackle of Simmons, and he's got a first down across the 50. Another nice run for J.K. Dobbins.
And if you're a Ravens fan here, this is what you need to see. They've been stacking the box. You need to see this running game get going so that you can open up a little bit of the passing lanes as well.
Same thing, Dobbins breaks another Isaiah Simmons tackle attempt, and he gets a nice 7-yarder on first down. So yeah, it definitely seems like the Ravens now settling down into their base offense. Gus Edwards now, and he's going to be ripped down. Campbell shooting the gap that time. 2-yard loss is the result. All right, 3rd and 5 now. Lamar standing at the midfield stripe in a shotgun. Really need a conversion here for Baltimore. He's going to check it down. No, he's going to throw it to the second man down the field. I was like, that's a really hard pass. He's going to Dobbins. But he went to Andrews and a first down to the 35. Good composed play there from Lamar.
Yeah, and really, the check down might not have gotten you there, but Andrews certainly does. He had space in that zone. So nice read there from Lamar.
Our camera crew didn't have Andrews in the frame. That's why I thought it was going to Dobbins with some heat on it.
Yeah.
Talk to those guys in the offseason. 2nd and 10. Lamar in a pistol. They have a lot of pistol formations here in Baltimore. Turn around, left side, breaking tackles. Dobbins, and he's going to pick up a nice 5-yard gain there. Brings up a 3rd and manageable here. Again, at the Cardinal 30-yard line. Definitely in Tucker range at this point. Pressure coming. He's spinning left side, running away. Now he's going to take off 30, 25, 20, 15, sliding down towards the 10. Call him down at the 13. His best run of the day for Lamar Jackson. It's a first down in the red zone for the Ravens.
Yeah, he really is the X factor for whether or not the Ravens can get this thing going. Because if he gets going on the outside like that, he is so dangerous.
Here he goes again. 10, 5, walking into the end zone. It slides down for good measure. And just like that, the Ravens are right back into it. Stuck to the ground on that drive, and it turned out well for them.
Yep, going back to really what they do best, and daring this defense to stack the box against them and say, stop us if you can. That's what they need to be doing. Discipline, blocking up front, and producing on the ground up the middle, and then exploiting the perimeters with Lamar. If they can be doing that, then they'll be in really good shape in this game, and it'll be much more interesting to see which of these offenses are going to be more dynamic. That was a good response there from the Ravens, and it should be interesting going forward how the Cardinals respond here.
And if we see any adjustments, maybe a little bit more spy look. All right, Kyler Murray, right side, coming towards the right side, rather. That's Max Williams, but a very short gain, just a gain of 1. 6:53 to play here. First half, Edmonds up the middle. Oh, nice little juke move. Got himself a few more yards. LJ Ford drags him to the ground. Nice run for Chase Edmonds, now 3rd and 2. He's definitely been more dynamic than Kenyon Drake has.
Yeah, he sure has.
Motion coming from Max Williams. Ends up on the right side, then comes back to Crosser across the left, and they're right on cue. Kenyon Drake stymied in the backfield by that man, rookie Patrick Queen, who had a really nice season. Finished 2nd in the Rookie of the Year voting behind Bengals linebacker Logan Wilson, who actually saw played a pretty good Pro Bowl yesterday. So 4th and 2, they're going to have to punt the ball and give it back to a hot Lamar Jackson.
Yep, if you're a Ravens fan, that's just what you wanted to see. Defense stepping up at just the right moment after offense started to seem to get it together. This could be a bit of a momentum shift here in this game, and the Ravens coming out with their red hat offense. They keep it going on the ground in the rushing game. They could have something here.
Kind of sounds like a cocktail at a bad nightclub, a hot Lamar. Give me a couple of hot Lamars. Let's see what he can do here. He is hot right now, though. He's playing good football right now. Almost got that truz lit up for him. Pressure coming, fires a nice one. No! Right on cue. He throws the pick to Simmons. Right side is going to be tripped up by Dobbins. So I talked him up too much. I'm sorry. If you're watching later, soldier, Lamar throws it right into the hands of Simmons there. Just baited him right in front of the slant.
Yeah, not a good throw from Lamar. Does not see Simmons clearly in that spot, and Simmons didn't really have to go anywhere. He just kind of took a half step forward, and he's right in front of it. Didn't even have to hardly jump that route. It's already in good position. Lamar, very questionable throw, and really going away from the game plan that worked on the last drive. Why are you passing it when the run's working so well?
It's a very good question. A little slant across the middle. It's Max Williams, the tight end. He'll pick up just a short gain of 3, but incredible field position, an opportunity for the Cardinals to extend this lead back to 10. Of course, Calais Campbell's just going to eat Kenyon Drake's soul there. Now Drake, 8 carries for 2 yards. Of course, he does have a touchdown. All right, 3rd and 9. What does Kingsbury dial up here? He dials a slant to the right side, and it's dropped. Marlon Humphrey on good coverage with Larry Fitzgerald. And they're going to have to settle for 3. So a gift of the 3 points, but still 3 better than 7 there for the Ravens team.
Yeah, it's defense stepping up for the offense's mistake, or stepping in for the offense's mistake there, and holding them to 3. Would have been a 3 and out anywhere else on the field, but because of where the ball was handed back to the Cardinals, there they get 3 points out of it. Really, if you're the Ravens here, again, go back to your game plan that was working, get that run game going. and then maybe a confidence throw or two for Lamar to make sure that he's in a better spot than he was after throwing that ugly pick.
J.K. Dobbins, the ball carrier. Corey Peters brought him down. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 here, Lamar. Up the middle. Oh, nice little read at the line for Dobbins, and then he's going to get tackled pretty quickly after by Buda Baker. But a really nice read to bounce it outside, and unfortunately Buda Baker shuts it down quickly.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd.
Delayed handoff. He is up the middle. Gus Edwards. He's got the first down. Gus the bus. Positive yardage for the first time today on that 3-yard scamper and a first down. Ravens were under 3 to play. First half. 13-7. Super Bowl 55. Nice little read option look. That was the correct read because he was about to get tattooed. Was Lamar Jackson 4-yard run for J.K. up the middle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the
4
41.
wide receivers. Gives it up the middle again. This is Mark Ingram, his first carry of the day. A kind of a stamina sub here for J.K. Dobbins, and he gets a nice little run. Sets up a 3rd and 1, and the clock continuing to run here. Probably down to up to the 2-minute warning here. And we'll see if they increase their pace on the other side of this 2-minute warning.
Yeah, they kind of need to, especially since they're a running first offense, and you don't want to be trying to air it out down the field. But that's what they're going to try to do here.
On 3rd and 1, and he throws it, and it hits Des Bryant in the body and then falls to the turf. So potentially ill-advised not to run on that particular play, and they're going to stall out and see if they choose to go for it. Nope, they're going to punt the football. Cardinals will get the ball back. About $1.50 and 3 timeouts to go.
Yeah, interesting they don't choose to run there. And, you know, if you've got a quarterback that is not the most accurate, but has a bad pick in a game as it is, you know, drops are about the last thing you can afford because you need some confidence throws for him. He already had that ugly dropout on the outside from Hollywood. Where he dropped it in the bucket, and then that drop there from Des Bryant. I mean, you really can't afford those. Your receivers have to step it up to give your quarterback some love when he's not known as he's thrown that ugly reception as Kyler Murray chooses to go past the line and then throw the ball, which is never a good option. Actually, no, I think it's going to be a hold. I thought he was past the line, but apparently that was a hold.
It was real close. It was real close. I think as long as any part of his body is still behind the line, right? Isn't that the rule?
Yes, any part of the body.
But holding instead, so now blitz coming. They go right side quickly. It's going to be Andy Isabella on the right side. He's going to be pushed down to 24. Nice completion there. Gets that penalty yardage back, plus 4 more, 2nd and 6. Across the middle, knocked away. Patrick Queen again, sitting right on the backside of Max Williams.
Yeah, but back to my point real quick, that the last thing you can afford with a struggling quarterback is for your receivers to be dropping the ball.
Yeah. There's a slant to the left side. It's DeAndre Hopkins. Again, just his 2nd catch of the day for 12 yards. So it is enough for a first down. I think we're going to get our first timeout called here. We are by the Cardinals. 58 seconds. They're at the 31-yard line. They have a 1st and 10. Slant again. Identical play call right back to Hopkins, and Marcus Peters have a sure tackle after about 6 or 7 on the catch. And they burn their 2nd timeout. Again, blitz coming from the opposite side. Oh, it's going to be hit and then dropped. Christian Kirk was the receiver over there. Maybe the defender swatted around with a paw, but that ball goes to the turf. Now a 3rd and 4. Murray surveying the field. Shuffling, now he's moving around. Now McPhee's going to chase him down. He's going to be sacked back at about the 30-yard line. Pernell McPhee, the outside linebacker pass rusher. And then Baltimore calls their first timeout, giving them an opportunity to get the football back here with maybe 35 seconds or so.
Yeah, very fortunate for Baltimore that McPhee's able to make that play. Very athletic play for him, because Kyler escapes there from McPhee, and he had a lot of grass in front of him. He could have easily had that first down, potentially quite a bit more.
All right, 41 seconds. This is not Lamar's strongest part of his game. Let's see what they do. They go screen. And Isaiah Simmons is just waiting for it, almost knowing that that's what they were going to try to do.
Yeah, this is not the time to be looking for screens. You know this defense is bringing all out blitzes in that spot, so that's a poor play call there.
Spinning again now, Lamar. Now he just dumps it off on the run. Dobbins is like, I don't want it. Drops the football.
It was like
in the back.
Game of hot potato right there.
32 seconds now, a 3rd and 16. Turn around, giving it up the middle. Thompson now. Will the Cardinals will call their final timeout, so they're going to get the football back here with about 25 seconds and no timeouts. But maybe a shanked punt or something can give yourself an opportunity to get into Zane range.
Yeah, I have to say though, this has been a really ugly end of the first half. Not particularly good football being played by either side here.
Patrick Peterson returns it up to the 27. So Murray now with 5 wide. He's got 21 seconds. They probably need to get to the 35, 36 maybe for a Zane Gonzalez attempt, and an angle route to Chase Edmonds over the middle is not going to get it done. That's going to do it for the half.
No, that's especially since you know they're not going to hurry out. They might get it off, maybe. 1 second. Nope, too late.
They cannot. All right, well, for the halftime show this year, we've resurrected several of the members of Pink Floyd, and you just missed it. It was a great show, though. And unfortunately,
you had to be there.
Due to copyright infringement, we weren't actually allowed to show any of the show.
That's right.
Apparently, resuscitated human beings are not allowed to play their own music, even if they wrote it. Once they're dead, somebody else owns them now. All right. Anyway, from the pistol here, 13-7. Second half starts. Kenyon Drake to the left side. Can he get the corner? He breaks the first tackle. Nice pursuit from Judon all the way from the other side of the field. He's going to limit that gain to 5 yards. Go Browns, I hear. I love it. Oh, that one a little bit dangerously behind Larry Fitzgerald, and now a 3rd and 5 is the result.
Yeah, both of these quarterbacks struggling a little bit with accuracy today. As Kyler Murray puts a bit of an errant pass there. Nice shifting move out on the perimeter. Edmonds made a nice move out there on the perimeter, make up a little bit for that ugly throw, but can't quite get to the first down. And Kyler Murray, I think, wants some of these throws back, but then again, so does Kyler. So does Lamar.
This is a sweet little juke there. And then he could not make the second one, unfortunately. Patrick Queen with a short tackle. So a 3 and out is the result here after Kingsbury's adjustments were either made or not made. I don't know. Maybe they just weren't executed well. Des Bryant returning punts because why not? He's got the ball up to the 27. And now it's the first possession of the second half for Lamar Jackson. Again, down 6 points here. Plenty of time, obviously. Continuing to run your offense is important. They're going to go read option right side. Can he get the corner? He cannot. Great tackle in space by the safety, Buda Baker. Otherwise, Lamar might house call that one.
Yeah, that was absolutely a critical tackle there for Buda Baker.
That 1 yard gain, though, enough to get him into the zone. So now he cannot fumble the football. Up the middle. Whoa! Hassan Reddick blows that play up, and Dobbins doesn't even see him. He just gets shot out of a cannon right into that A gap. 3rd and 9. Across the middle, Mark Andrews. He's going to fight forward to the first down. Nice play. Good run after the catch for Andrews to just bury his head, know where the sticks are, and push across them.
Yeah, great field awareness there from Andrews as he just finds a will and a way to get there to the sticks and pick up that critical first.
Up the middle again, Dobbins. Just a lot of red jerseys in the middle. Campbell's going to be the one to drag him down, but Corey Peters was also there as well. Up the middle, ripped down again. Good play in space by the defensive line. Now a 3rd and 6 upcoming. Jordan Hicks, the middle linebacker, the first one to get a touch on the running back. 3rd and 6. Sling right side is jumped and it's picked. It's Hicks. It's the 40. He's at the 30. He's going to get chased down by Lamar Jackson. The second pick of the game for Lamar. And Jordan Hicks has a 1st and 10 inside the red zone for the Cardinals.
Yeah, a little bit of actually that's a curl route there. Lamar's not expecting, he was trying to put the ball out there before the cut is fully made. not expecting the defender to have a read on that. They're in a zone. The defender's got his eyes on Lamar. Lamar kind of telegraphed where he was going with it, and so he's able to jump right in front of it. And yet another bad throw from Lamar sets up Cardinals for a great spot here.
Up the middle again, and just no love today for Kenyon Drake. Now 10 carries, 6 yards. Welcome in, Kevin. Go Browns indeed. And yeah, Zaire, I guess George has to work once in a while, so he's allowed to miss. He's allowed to miss one. We can manage with 3. The moderators are helpful when we start to get like 20 plus on the stream, and everybody's asking questions, and Kit and I can't get to all of them. So
yep.
With just 3 who could get themselves jacked for this game, we're doing just fine. Now, hundreds of people will watch it later, I'm sure, but 3 are going to watch it live. Nice run by Drake. He's got a first down and a 3rd and 3. What a novel concept, running the ball on 3rd and short.
I know, right? That's
Cleveland Browns, Kevin Stefanski Madden version.
Right?
Still not done being bitter about it.
Yeah, just a little salty. It's okay. I mean, I think there's a lot of evidence that we had everything we needed to win that game, and Madden decided we weren't going to win that game for its own nefarious reasons, and that's okay. We're going to run it back in coach mode and see what we can do,
right.
and prevent Madden from making some of the dumbest mistakes I've ever seen from a coaching staff or a virtual coaching staff. We won't allow that anymore.
All right, a 3rd and goal here from the 6. Can the Ravens get yet another stop off of a Lamar interception? Murray rolling. He's got the side if he wants it. 10-5, just strutting right into the end zone. And now both quarterbacks with a rushing touchdown. And that was a defensive fail that time by the Ravens, giving him that much space.
Yeah, it was. Both of these teams really, they're going to go for 2 here and just be sure, it looks like. But yeah, both of these teams really look like they can benefit from the use of a spy. I mean, you have shifty quarterbacks you're going out against. I mean, it takes a certain kind of defender to do it. I get that, but both of these players have playmakers back there on the defense that are quick and could be in that spy role. Kind of surprising we haven't seen more of it with how often both Jackson and Kyler Murray have gotten loose on the perimeters.
Yeah. Or at the very least, some zones so that you have defenders with their eyes in the backfield and not chasing a man, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Lamar Jackson still in the zone, which means he cannot fumble when he's tackled here. No, sweet spin move, and then he's going to be dragged down by Reddick. Another 5-yard run from Lamar there, but as you saw the stats on the way out to the field, 10 for 18, 83 yards and 2 picks. That's not going to get it done if you're going to try to win a Super Bowl here. Unless you're just going to fully commit to the run, which maybe Greg Roman is willing to do now, finally. Down 12 with a quarter and a half of season left.
Hey, Soldier. Yep. Your Ravens have struggled a little bit here. They kind of went away from the pass or went away from the run when it was working, kind of like our Browns did. And Lamar, even though he's in the zone, has made some really poor throws, much like Baker did. He already has 2 interceptions in this one, both jumped passes or jumped routes. And the Cardinals have taken advantage of those opportunities and have put up some points.
I'm not opposed to it, Kevin. I mean, that was the very first time that we sinned when the channel first started. We had Ravens Buccaneers in the Super Bowl. Do you remember? That was the Tom Brady drive. 99 yards with a minute to go. And they scored a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie the game.
That's right. I think there was some hope that this season would produce the same too as our very first season. So that didn't work out for us, but there was some hope that maybe would be a repeat here in this one, so we could see that once more and maybe have some vengeance for that drive 2.0.
But I'm not opposed to running it back if you just want to see what it looks like. I don't care.
Yeah, that could be one of our coach mode exhibitions, if you will.
Across the middle, nice little throw, but again, it's going to be woefully short of the first down. As you can see there, Lamar 11 for 19, 86 yards and 2 picks. They have just stacked the box and dared them to throw the football, and so far Lamar has not been been super accurate today. Oh, I see, without the injuries. Yes, you're right, Kevin. You're right, because Jarvis Landry got hurt in that game, didn't he? And so did Gronk.
That's right.
And I think somebody else got hurt, too. The Browns were shorthanded. You're right. I think maybe like Nick Chubb or something was out or something, too, right? Didn't he?
Nick Chubb, I think that was earlier in the season. I don't remember.
Maybe missed the playoff run, but then came back for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think he was just back for the Super Bowl. I think that's right.
You have a much better memory than we do, apparently, Kevin. But yes, you're right. We could run it back with no injuries.
Brings up second and a yard at the 26-yard line.
Right side, Murray, keeper, 30, 40. Oh, another juke move and a broken tackle, and then Derek Wolfe chasing him all the way down to the 46-yard line.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Shotgun here as well, up the middle, angling, and he's going to be hit right away. Chase Edmonds, the tackle in space again. LJ Fort, that kind of sub-linebacker who comes in on passing situations.
Second and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Second and 9. So wait, Jason and Zaire, you guys are brothers, and one of you likes the Browns and one of you likes the Ravens? How does that work? Third 9, right side, angling. Good tackle in space by Marlon Humphrey. And another punt going to be forced by the Ravens defense. Ravens doing anything that they can do to try to keep themselves in the game, and Lamar has just not been able to execute.
Yep, that's true. I would wager it's probably something like that, the house divided thing. You know, Ohio State, Michigan fans living under one roof.
Get that special flag where it's half Ravens, half Browns. We fly it on game day.
Right.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
All right, come on, Lamar. Let's go from the 8. 2:15 to go. Oh, there's no, you can cheer for whoever you want to, Kevin. I just want a good game. That's what I'm cheering for. And I already told you that I bet, well, I told them the people at the beginning, if I was going to wager on this, I would have wagered on the Cardinals because I think they match up well against the Ravens. And so far, that's played out. Here he is, though, the right side, 25, 20. Oh, sweet move. He gets past Simmons, and he's up to the 35. Best run of the day for Lamar Jackson. Let's see if that sparks this offense a little bit as he's up to 68 on the afternoon.
Yeah, they need to continue going to that well. I mean, that's really what's working for them. So, you know, they need to recognize that he's in the zone. Don't need to be throwing, that's for sure.
Up the middle again, and this time, unfortunately, Gus Edwards runs right into the back of his offensive lineman. He has struggled today. Now 4 carries for 0 yards. Pistol look again. Lamar keeper. He's got the angle if he wants it. 40, 45. He turns on the Jets past the 50. Patrick Peterson, one of the fastest players in the league, is able to chase him down. But another nice run, and so far this run, his running attack here in this drive has been very successful. In fact, I don't think they've thrown the ball once.
Soldier, the Browns just went to the playoffs and won in Pittsburgh in the wild card, so you can't say that they haven't done anything since 2002. And, wow, Lamar throws a dime downfield. Great time to have the best pass of the day downfield, hitting his target. Beautiful throw, sets them up in great position here, and they're going to need it. So we'll see what happens to them. But no, I don't think you can say that about the Browns right now. A lot of projecting the Browns to win the AFC North this year. We'll see what happens.
5-step drop pressure coming. He's going to be sacked back. Buda Baker shot out of a cannon as they blitzed the house. And Lamar couldn't get rid of it in time. Still down 12. You've got to score a touchdown here. Running it up the middle. Dobbins! Touchdown Ravens! Right on cue. JK all day. And now things are going to get a little tighter here. 19-13, extra point upcoming.
Yeah, very interesting development, all set up by that very nice throw downfield from Lamar, which you really need, especially after throwing those 2 ugly interceptions, to have a beautiful throw downfield. It's a great confidence-boosting shot in the arm for him. Makes this a much tighter game at 14-19. And it'll be interesting to see how the defenses respond and whether or not the Cardinals can get themselves in a good position on this drive. If they're going to be held in check by a potentially resurgent defense here, a little bit of the booster, little boost in the arm after their offense just went down and got it done.
All right, so here we go, 14-24. If you're going to try to salt this one away and win a Super Bowl, it needs to start now here for Kyler Murray. He's going to start out in a pistol to zone 25. Again, Ravens could really go with a turnover, a 3-and-out here. He's going to go quickly left side, right out of the backfield. It's just going to be a dump off to his tight end, and then they're going to limit him to a 1-yard gain there. As another catch for Max Williams in this one. He's up to 6, but only 24 yards. Right side. Broken tackle there. That's Dan Arnold, the third tight end. He's got a first down up to the 36.
Yeah, and that tackle in space was so important there for the Ravens defense to get off the field, but not able to come up with it there.
Murray throws it on the run. It's going to be knocked away. Chuck Clark was right on the backside of Max Williams, just waiting for it as Kyler Murray tried to dump it off. And most importantly, that stops the clock here with 13-14 to play. Across the middle, Max Williams.
Soldier, you can talk about that all you want. The fact of the matter is they went 11-5. They had a great season. They returned their entire offense and clearly upgraded their defense in the offseason this year. So I'd be hard-pressed to think that the Browns are not going to be good this year. I think that there's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of folks that think the Browns are the probable favorites in the AFC North. The Ravens have not done a lot noteworthy in free agency this year, and did not do a lot to fill the holes. They had more talent going out than they had talent coming in outside of the line. So with Kevin Zeitler for that guard position. So I don't know. I don't know that I buy that the Ravens are better than the Browns right now. At least not on paper. We'll see what happens in the season. It'll be interesting to see, certainly. But the Browns are a very, very good team this year, and have proved that last season. So it's not just on paper.
Hey, Craig, welcome on. Yeah, I mean, I'm just not sure why we can't say that both teams are good teams. And yeah, the Ravens won both games last year. Advantage you. We went farther in the playoffs. Advantage us. I mean, we can play that game all day. Fires it across the middle. Hopkins catch inside the 5 to the 2. And now the Cardinals are on the doorstep of potentially digging the hole for this coffin to get buried. Big power formation. They're going to boot out of it, fire across the middle, and it's a touchdown. Cardinals, Dan Arnold. Good old Dan Arnold. He does that funky dance. So now 25-14 here. Mark can't believe it over on the sidelines. Yep, we're excited about quality football too. Soldier got put in timeout again.
Yep. Yeah, a little bit of timeout there, Soldier, just for, realistically, you're in a Browns channel. You really don't need to be talking trash about the Browns when, granted, I think the Ravens are a good team. There's no doubt about that. Browns are a good team too, though, and, at that point you're just being antagonizing for no good reason. So
yes,
if you can't bring something civil to say, then we're just going to put you in timeout.
Lamar going to fire right side. Hit hard right at the 30. Good tackle by Byron Murphy. Good job holding on to the football for Willie Snead. Yes, Craig, we are very happy for quality football in Cleveland, and by all accounts, sustainable quality football.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they've built something that is very much sustainable. They can build on. They're in a really good spot for contracts and cap space. That play was interesting from Lamar. Back to this game really quick. He had a huge gap that he could have exploited, and he just kind of stopped looking for a pass downfield and ends up getting tackled instead. And I think he had an easy first down, if not a lot more, and instead ends up in a 4th and 6 here after another drop from a receiver. Kind of bit disappointing from the effort from his receivers here, really not helping him.
Yep. So that may be it. Punting here, 8:48 to play. Ravens down 12. another maybe 5-6 minute drive that ends in points, and this is going to be all she wrote. Yeah, it was kind of weird, Kevin. He kind of was like, I'm going to run, JK, I'm coming back out. And got sacked.
Yeah, very odd indeed. And you're right, Craig. The fan base has been through thick and thin, very, very thin. You know, there are some really rough seasons in there. A long time of not winning football. A lot of, you know, ugly front office and head coach staff blunders, or just not getting along. Just all kinds of weird shenanigans going on. It's great to see a stable, like-minded, and all marching in the same direction, culture-building group of individuals working to do something in Cleveland. And I think that that we finally have something that we can be proud of. But the fact that we, as Browns fans, stuck through all of that, yes, I think we deserve to have a good team at long last.
We definitely have earned it. Our years of penitence have paid off. So, all right, we're under 7, and the Cardinals again just driving right down the field again. So it looks like this is going to be the result. The Arizona Cardinals will be your Super Bowl 55 champions here in our 2020 Perfect World Redo Sim, pending some sort of miracle here. So again, Zaire, I put it in the chat, but it was kind of in the middle of the we're better, no, we're better, no, we're better. So I don't know if you saw that, but Coach Mode will start Sunday. So tomorrow we'll take completely off as Kit's got a full day of travel. And then Sunday we'll start with the Browns-Ravens AFC Championship game, kind of a redo of the redo. It's like Inception now. We're in the sim, it's in the sim. And we'll see how that goes. And then if the Browns win, they'll be in the Super Bowl. And so we'll play that probably against the 49ers, because if we sim that offline, they'll probably beat the Cardinals. So then we'll get kind of another look at what, so we'll get a second look at what that looks like as we tweak some things. But then, yeah, you know, if you guys have any games you want to see, like Kevin wants to see Browns Buccaneers at full strength, like, I don't know, we'll do it.
Yep. Realistically, the coach mode.
Men of the people.
Yeah. The idea here is we're kind of premiering the coach mode. Might do some exhibition type things. So like a redo of that Super Bowl would be fun. That's a good idea. But the idea being just to introduce coach mode, see how everybody likes it, making sure that that's something that's kind of for a huge fumble. Looks like, actually picked up by his lineman. Very fortunate his lineman is able to recover that one for him. But still going to bring up a 4th and 18. But yeah, so a bit of a premiere of the coach mode will allow us to show you what that's going to look like. And then if that's successful, once we're past the draft and rosters have been solidified for all the teams across the NFL, we'll be picking up this same franchise again, just in coach mode if it's successful, and or at least for the Browns in coach mode. And then that'll be our recipe going forward to hopefully drive a little bit of that realism to be a little bit more strategic football and things that we expect the Browns to do, not the nonsense that Madden just seems to pull out left and right that really impacts games like these, where they're just making silly decisions with timeouts and play calls and just game management, situational football that is really underwhelming at times.
Jackson's pass, complete to Marquise Brown. It's a gain of 5, brings up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, unfortunately, Soldier, I think this game is probably over. You're probably right. There's a lot of points they're going to have to make up here in not a lot of time. It really stems from an interesting game plan, much like the Browns had, where they had something going with the run game and really didn't rely on it. Lamar a couple times probably should have taken off and didn't. And then other spots where they had the one really nice throw, but Lamar really couldn't find that rhythm throwing the ball, which really hurt them in this game. As he throws yet another pick, and this one's a house ball.
Bye-bye. Good tackle by Lamar. Good hustle by Lamar. All right, so this one's going to turn out to be, not sure what Vegas had the spread on this one, but I think it's going to get cover the spread and potentially get the over with two rushing teams, heavy rushing teams, as 36-14 now with just 2:45 to play.
Yeah, I think it's a very safe bet to say that would be the over for sure on this game with the running attacks you expect from both of these teams. But yeah, the defense is what had been the storyline throughout, and the turnovers set up for extra points, particularly for the Cardinals. With that pick six just now, we just saw, and a couple other places where they gave the ball back. Lamar gave the ball back in prime field position for the Cardinals to score off of.
Yep, and as we saw most of the course of this 2020 redo sim, defense was definitely felt kind of buffed. Lots and lots of interceptions, and of course the shuffle sacks, and so it was a very heavy defensive year. And that proves out again here, not only in both championship games, but in the Super Bowl as well. Not uncommon for us to see quarterbacks with 2, 3, 4, 5 interceptions in a game.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Yep, Soldier, you got your Ravens kind of got maddened a little bit with some of the odd plays that Lamar chose to make. And here's a nice run though, 50, 45, 40, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds. That puts him over 100 yards on the ground today. He just went away from it too often. Your virtual offensive coordinator kept calling pass plays at not a good time to call pass plays. So you feel our struggle from that AFC Championship game. And yes, GG. Yeah, the shuffle sacks, Craig, are so brutal. We've heard from the future that if and when I can finally get my hands on a PlayStation 5, that cleans up a good deal of it. So, once again, I'll put the plea out there. I'll throw you an extra $100 cash on top of the $4.99 for the disc console. If you can find me a PlayStation 5 and mail it to my house, I will pay for shipping and give you an extra $100 for your efforts. That's a real life deal. Second and 5, 55 seconds, rolling to the right side, pressure coming, throwing it out of the sack, out of bounds. Try to put one more score on the board. 51 seconds here.
This is a face-saving effort here by these Ravens, but as Lamar almost throws his fourth interception, that was an ugly throw. 3 defenders all in the area right there as he tries to get it over them and just can't. Lucky it wasn't intercepted.
That one is picked. Oh, wow! I thought it was picked!
Yeah, J.K. Dobbins comes away with an incredible catch. A little bit of face-saving effort here from the Ravens, and a little bit of boot review too, though.
Oh, Craig, that would be awesome. If, I don't know. Oh, it was tipped by Kirkpatrick, and then Dobbins caught it. I don't know if that left foot was down before. That second left foot's definitely out of bounds. What a wild play there.
That was wild. I think this might be overturned, though.
Yeah, Craig, if that's a real thing, we're going to go for 2 here. My email address is in all of the descriptions for these videos. If you just want to drop me an email and say, yo, my friend got you one, I will Venmo you today. Is it maybe some PI, or was it holding? Or roughing the passer?
Roughing the passer on a 2-point conversion. That's
odd.
Yeah.
So they're going to run it again from the 1. This actually.
And unfortunately, in that spot, the roughing the passer does almost nothing for you on a 2-point conversion.
Well, I guess you can't accept it maybe because then the play. I don't know. But anyway, he's going to take a sack this time. Zach Allen. I lied. Dean Lowry is number 40 or number 94 on the Packers. I don't know why I thought it was. Onside kick. Let's get it. Come on, Tuck. Up the middle, going to be taken right away there harmlessly by the receiver.
Yeah, that's the last thing the hands team is going to do. They're going to jump on the ball and make sure they cover it up. They're not running with that. That's a very poor decision. That's asking for asking for a fumble and to give the ball away. Now, in this spot, down 16, it doesn't really matter, obviously. With 44 seconds, there's just not enough time for the Ravens, even with that onside, to score enough points to win. You can't do it. There are no 16-point plays in the game, and of course, with 44 seconds, you've only got, even if you had the ball, you've only got the chance for maybe 2 or 3.
And Baltimore continuing to call their timeouts, which again I just do not understand. But Madden. 3rd and 4, 37 seconds to play here before the Arizona Cardinals. Is this their first Super Bowl in franchise history? I can't say that I know my Super Bowl trivia. I think it might be.
I don't think it's their first. Well, is it?
They played, but they lost to the Steelers, right?
Right.
In that San Antonio Holmes touchdown, that was against the Cardinals, I think, wasn't it?
Hold on.
I'm pretty sure. 3, 2, 1. That could be. We'll find out again. Our crack data team's got to wake up here this morning. But Super Bowl champions. Here comes the red and white confetti. Let's let this play out, Kit. We'll find out who the MVP is and the trophy presentation.
Correct. The Cardinals are one of 12 teams that have never won a Super Bowl.
But they were in the Super Bowl, and yeah, Soldier is reaffirming that they lost to the Steelers in that, what was that, maybe Super Bowl 38, Super Bowl 41, somewhere around there.
As for teams that have never played in a Super Bowl, it's just the Browns, Lions, Texans, and Jaguars.
Womp, womp. Oh, well. All right, so...
That being said, the Browns won the championship right before the very first Super Bowl in 1965. The 1964 championship went to the Browns. In fact, they had won 4 championships to that point after entering the league, and they had won 4 in the league they were in prior to that. In fact, all 4 seasons that league existed, the Browns won it every single year.
Yes, the Browns as a franchise have plenty of championships, just not Super Bowls yet.
That's right. We're fixing to change that at last. Hopefully.
All right. So there it is, Cardinals. Congratulations. Oh, nice little slow-mo shot with that red and that white confetti. There is the Super Bowl trophy, the Lombardi, being grasped right there by your defensive captain, middle linebacker Jordan Hicks, up there with Murray and Hopkins and Kingsbury. And the Super Bowl champion, Arizona Cardinals. There's Murray. He played a good game today, kissing that trophy and excited about his future there in Arizona. Apparently we're not going to get the MVP, or we missed it when we were looking it up. So in any event, let's take a quick look at the stats, and then we will tie up a little bow here at the end of our 2020 Perfect World season. We'll put this playlist of videos to bed for good. Kyler Murray today, 35 of 42, 289. That's 83%. And, of course, a touchdown pass. Lamar, 20 of 34 for 195. That's 58%. 1 touchdown. And, again, those 3 interceptions, all 3 of which led 2 points directly. One of them a pick six. The other 2 field goals. On the ground today, again, both quarterbacks played well. Drake, 14 for 17 and a touchdown. Edmonds, 7 for 30, and then Kyler Murray, 4 for 69 and a touchdown. How about 17.2 a pop? JK, 20 for 88 and a touchdown. Lamar, a really nice day running, 11 for 115, 10.4 a pop. Again, Gus Edwards really struggled in this one, just for 0 yards. How about JK, 7 broken tackles for him. Max Williams, 9 for 44. Edmonds, Kirk, Hopkins did end up with 6 catches, a quiet 6 catches for Hopkins. Dan Arnold had the touchdown. Dan Arnold, the tight end, had the touchdown. Mark Andrews, leading receiver for the Ravens, 7 for 62. JK on a lot of checkdowns, including the touchdown pass. Hollywood Brown, 1 big drop on that long 3rd down conversion that he dropped. Actually, it was 4th down. They went for it, and he dropped it. Willie Snead with 3 catches, and then Des Bryant, 1 catch and 2 drops. So not the stat line that he wants to remember. we'll have to see what his future in Baltimore is.
Yeah, I think the stat that really makes, especially with the interceptions that Lamar had, his receivers and all of those drops really, really hurt him. He was he couldn't get it going. He only had the one really dynamic dime downfield, and that really hurt them. You know, they, especially since they went away from the run when they probably shouldn't have.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Defensively speaking here today, leading tackler for the Cardinals is right there, rookie Isaiah Simmons, 6'4", 238, just an absolute freak of a player. He also had a sack to go along with Jordan Phillips, Simmons, and, of course, Hassan Reddick and Budda Baker. And then the 3 interceptions today were by Jordan Hicks, Isaiah Simmons, and Budda Baker. And Budda Baker's is the one that went for a touchdown. Rookie Patrick Queen, so both rookie linebackers leading their team in tackles. He has 13, 10 for Peters and Fort as well. QB sacks today, 1 for McPhee and 1 for Campbell. They couldn't really get after Murray like they wanted to today. And again, no interceptions or turnovers by the Cardinals. And that's how you win football games in the NFL. You win the turnover margin, and they did today by a decent amount. And so it's 36-20. Your Arizona Cardinals, Super Bowl 55 champions here in our Nagy on Sports Perfect World 2020 Redo Sim. Kit, anything else to wrap up about the entirety here of our 2020 Redo campaign?
Yeah, well, congrats to the Cardinals. They kind of came out of nowhere. I don't think either of these teams had high expectations to go to this game, but they both make it, and the Cardinals come out on top. So congrats to them. It was a defense and turnover-riddled playoffs all around, left and right, everywhere you looked. And it was entertaining going along, and lots of maddening, of course, going on for multiples of these teams, which you never want to see. But hopefully, when we can get to PlayStation 5, some of those things will get knocked out, and then hopefully with Coach Mode, we'll be able to knock out yet more things that the algorithms say will happen. Yet we strongly disagree. So thanks for joining us for this. Perfect World Redo. We had a lot of fun bringing it to you, and thanks for being loyal subscribers of the channel.
Absolutely, yes. Very grateful for our subscribers, all 600 plus of you. Guys have been awesome, and for those of you who are just popping on, we appreciate a subscription. We're not going to ever yell at you to smash that like button or sub right now, because it's not really what we're about. But someday, if we get over 1,000 subscribers, then YouTube will pay us, and then my wife will at least be happy when I can buy her things with YouTube money. And she'll let me hang out with my video games more, probably, which would be fun. So that's the only reason we like having subscribers. But so again, we do really much appreciate it. You guys have just been so awesome, and this kind of ends another season of what we've done here with this Perfect World 2020 Redo, which was just a lot of fun. So very, very grateful and appreciative of that. Again, stand by. Well, tomorrow we'll rest. Take a deep breath, and then Sunday, Kit and I will debut what Coach Mode looks like, and again, it'll be new for us as well. So, practice / debut for us, and really all it means is that we get to kind of control the flow of the game and call plays for the offense for the Browns. That's about it. There'll be no controlling of the players, no forcing safe catches on 3rd down or anything like that, or running out of bounds during a 2-minute drill or anything like that. It'll just be truly calling the plays, and you can set the tempo and the rhythm, in terms of chewing clock or hurrying up or whatever, since Madden refuses to do that. Also, proper usage of timeouts. So those are going to be the things that we're going to be focusing on with Coach Mode, which will be a lot of fun. And then other than that, it's going to be the next couple of weeks of me trying to get all of these rosters to match the real thing. So all of these player transfers are going to start to happen. Stafford, Goff, Darnold, highlighting all of the other free agency move, J.J. Watt, to these Super Bowl champion Cardinals. For instance, the pick swapping and the various things, so that we can get ourselves ready to replicate the NFL draft, which debuts 3 weeks from yesterday, which is super exciting. So for all of us here at Nagy on Sports, again, so appreciative of it. Thank you. Take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of your day. Today, we will say go Cardinals, and as always, Go Browns!